Ever turned the key or pressed the button and nothing? No engine, maybe just a click, or total silence. It's stressful, especially if you're in a hurry, but most of the time, a car that won't start is caused by something simple and fixable. Before you panic or call a tow truck, let's walk through a few easy checks that could save your time and money. Grab your keys and maybe a flashlight. Let's get started. If your car won't start, the battery is often the main reason. Batteries lose power over time, especially if your car's been sitting or the weather's been extreme. Without a healthy battery, your car simply won't start. If you hear a faint click or see dim dashboard lights when you try to start the car, your battery is likely weak or dead. Sometimes you might not hear anything at all, just silence. Try turning on your headlights before starting the car. If they're dim or don't turn on, your battery probably needs attention. Check the battery terminals for corrosion or loose cables. Clean off any buildup and make sure everything's tight. If your car still won't start, try jump starting with jumper cables and another car. Always connect red to positive, black to negative, and make sure both cars are off before connecting. If your car starts but dies again, your battery or alternator may need replacing. A quick voltage test can help you know for sure. If nothing works, don't worry. There are more steps to try, or you can call for help. Let's move on to the next step. Sometimes, when your car refuses to start, the culprit isn't the battery or the engine, it's actually your key or the push-start system. Modern vehicles rely heavily on electronic key fobs or push-to-start buttons, and if there's an issue with these, your car might not even recognize that you're trying to start it. This can be frustrating, especially if you're in a hurry or it's late at night. But before you panic, let's walk through some simple checks that could save you a lot of time and stress. First, check your key fob. If the battery inside is dead, your car's sensors might not detect it at all. This is a common issue, especially if you've had your car for a few years, or if you use your key fob frequently. Try using your spare key fob if you have one handy. Sometimes, the backup fob works perfectly even when your main one doesn't, which is a clear sign the battery is the problem. If you don't have a spare, see if you can borrow one from a family member or friend who shares the car. If your car still won't start, try holding the key fob directly next to the start button. Many vehicles have a backup system that allows the car to detect the fob at close range, even if the battery is weak. Press the start button while holding the fob right up against it. Sometimes, this is all it takes to get going. For those with traditional metal keys, don't overlook the possibility of wear and tear. Over time, keys can become worn down, making it harder for the ignition to recognize them. If your key feels loose or doesn't turn smoothly, try gently jiggling it as you turn. This can help the internal tumblers align just enough to start the car. Next, take a look at your dashboard. Is there a blinking security light or a warning symbol you haven't seen before? Many cars have an immobilizer system that activates if the key isn't recognized. If you see a flashing security icon, your car might be in lockdown mode, preventing it from starting as a theft deterrent. If you suspect the key fob battery is the issue, replacing it is usually quick, cheap, and easy. Most key fobs use a standard coin cell battery that you can find at any electronics or hardware store. Just pop open the fob, swap out the old battery for a new one, and try starting your car again. You might be surprised how often this simple fix works. If you've tried all these steps and your car still won't start, it might be time to call your dealership or a trusted mechanic. Sometimes, the key or push start system needs to be reprogrammed, especially if there's been a glitch or if the key has lost its programming. While this can be inconvenient, it's better to get professional help than risk being stranded. By checking your key or push start system, you've ruled out one of the most common and easily fixable reasons your car won't start. Let's keep moving and see what else could be causing the issue. It might sound obvious, but always check your fuel gauge. Are you actually out of gas? Sometimes gauges can stick or give false readings, especially in older cars. Tap the gauge gently or turn the ignition on and off to see if the needle moves. If you're unsure, add a gallon or two of fuel, just in case. Always keep a small emergency gas can in your trunk for situations like this. If your car is parked on a steep hill or your tank is very low, fuel might not reach the engine. Try rocking the car gently or moving it to level ground before starting again. In cold weather, frozen condensation can block the fuel line. Add fuel line antifreeze if you suspect this, and wait a few minutes before trying again. For diesel engines, running out of fuel can introduce air into the system. Don't keep cranking. This can make things worse. You may need to prime the system or call for help. If adding fuel doesn't solve the problem, The issue could be with your fuel pump or injectors. Let's move on to the next step. When your car won't start, pay close attention to the sounds it makes as you turn the key. Each sound is a clue to what's wrong. Hear rapid clicking. That usually means your battery is too weak. Try a jump start or check your battery connections. If you get one solid click, but nothing else, the starter might be stuck, or the relay could be bad. Gently tap the starter and try again. If the engine cranks but doesn't fire up, you're likely missing fuel or spark. These are common issues. A grinding noise means the starter isn't engaging properly. Stop trying to start and get it checked. Total silence? Inspect your battery terminals, fuses, or ignition switch for issues. Carefully noting these sounds helps you or a mechanic diagnose the problem much faster. Next, let's check the starter motor together. If your battery's good but you still get nothing or just a single click when you turn the key, your starter motor could be the problem. The starter is what actually cranks your engine to get it running. Try gently tapping the starter with a tool while someone else turns the key. If the engine suddenly cranks, your starter is likely wearing out and needs attention. But don't rely on this trick, it's only a temporary fix and could leave you stranded again. If you're not sure where the starter is, check your owner's manual for its location and diagram. Sometimes the starter relay or solenoid is the real culprit. These are inexpensive and easy to replace. If tapping doesn't help, your starter may be dead and will need to be replaced by a professional. Next, let's make sure your gear is in the right position. Before you panic, check your gear position. Your car won't start unless it's in park or neutral. Look for the P or N indicator on your dashboard to be sure. If it's not starting, try jiggling the shifter, then attempt to start again. Still nothing? Shift from park to neutral and try once more. For manual cars, make sure you press the clutch pedal all the way down. If your car starts after moving the shifter or pressing the clutch, your safety switch might be faulty. Some cars also require the brake pedal to be pressed. Double check that as well. If you've tried all this and it still won't start, you've ruled out another simple cause. Next, let's check your dashboard for any warning lights. When your car won't start, first check your dashboard for warning lights. Look for icons like the security, check engine, or battery light. These can quickly point to the problem. If you see a security or padlock icon, your anti-theft system may be blocking the engine. Try your spare key, or check your owner's manual for reset steps. A check engine or battery light could mean electrical or charging issues. Inspect your fuses and battery connections. If you see oil or temperature warnings, stop immediately to avoid engine damage. If the issue isn't clear, call a professional for help. If this helped, remember these steps for next time. Most starting problems are simple. If your car still won't start, it's time to call for help, but now you can explain exactly what you've tried. Stay safe, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Until next time, keep your wheels rolling and your mornings stress-free.